Like many other Brahmic scripts of India and Southeast Asia, the Thai script also has the complete set of Sanskrit consonants to accurately portray the phonology of Sanskrit as well as Thai itself. Because, of course, being part of the Indosphere makes you want to always try your best to accurately portray the classical language of the whole Cartosphere, right? Right? That's why Thai consonants have almost one-to-one correspondence with their original Sanskrit values, with some additional letters for Thai itself. I mean, look at them. And side by side. Almost one-to-one, aren't they? However, Sanskrit phonology obviously doesn't perfectly match Thai's. And besides, Thai also have tones, so the consonants are now organized into classes, with these sounds pronounced with your vocal cord vibrating became low-class consonants. These noisy sounds became high-class consonants. And these guys, well, they aren't really that special. They don't do anything. So they became mid-class consonants. You can organize the Thai consonants like the way I do here, which, don't worry, this is the actual order of the alphabet. You can do this to memorize the classes easier. And now, tones. A Thai syllable is written either with or without a tone sign. There are 4 tone signs in Thai: Mai Ek, Mai To, Mai Tri, and Mai Chattawa. Let's start with Mai Tri. This one is simple. It always means a high tone. Yeah, it's just that. It's really the simplest rule you can have here. That's Mai Tri. And now we have Mai Chattawa. This is simple too. It always means rising tone. Now let's see Mai Ek, or as I like to call it, the Great Depression. That's because the high and the mid-class consonants become low-class, while the low-class fall even worse. And this one is Mai To, or as I like to call it, the Revolution. That's because the high and mid classes fall apart and lose their power, while the lower class becomes the control, being in the high position. And now we're done with the tone signs. Now to determine the tone of a syllable written with no tone signs, we need to know whether the syllable is alive or dead. It is alive if you can hold this sound of the syllable indefinitely, which includes long vowels and final an, and sounding consonants as shown here. Yeah, and the yo, ya, and wo, wen are included as well because they are semivowels, which means they have vowel-like properties. On contrary, dead syllables can be held for a long time. Heck, you can even hold it. How do you even hold down the P sound, for example? No. See? So, dead syllables are syllables ending in a short vowel or p, t, k sounding consonants as shown here. Oh, and by the way, those letters in gray, they don't show up syllable finally. So let's start with the easier of the 2 kinds of syllables, which is the live syllables. If the consonant is mid or low class, the tone is the middle tone, your usual tone without any other tone shenanigans, rising, lowering, or whatever, while the high class consonants will have a rising tone. The dead syllables group high and mid-class consonants together and makes the whole syllable have a low tone. Actually, this kinda reminds me about something, but I can't put my finger in it. And by the way, the falling tone on a dead syllable only occurs when the low-class consonant has a long vowel, as in ma. If the vowel is short, however, the tone will be high instead for some reason, like a word I'm sure we're all familiar with. Krap. Now we've covered almost all the aspects of determining the tone of a Thai syllable. Unless Hohip and O-ang can be used as a silent consonant to modify the class of some consonants. Hohip can be put in front of these nasal and liquid consonants that don't have their high counterpart yet, and the combination is now treated like a high-class consonant, as in these words. You can pause the video and look back to the tables, and you can see that this consonant combination obeys high-class consonant rules in addition to all the tone rules described before. O-ang can be used as a silent consonant to change yo-ya into a mid-class consonant. What's unique about this combination though is that it occurs only on these four words, in which all of them result in a low tone. In other words, you can just take these four words as an exception and move on. And there we have it, the Thai tone rules. Now you can memorize the classes easier and determine the tones faster, I hope. And now you can go read some Thai correctly, faster. I guess that's all from me. Thank you. Bye.